And I think what we really wanted to do with episode 2 was to begin to explore the town. The universe that Stephen created and the town that he's been writing about is one of the most important characters in this season and in this story. You get a little taste of the events of Cujo and the curio shop and the dead zone. The idea that, like, the people who live in this town, those events are just the everyday fabric of their life.
That's something that we hadn't really seen captured in Stephen King adaptations before, that feeling that it's sort of a town is like an advent calendar of disasters, and any little window you open is going to be a vantage onto somebody's worst day.
Well, we've been incredibly fortunate to be able to work with Thomas Newman, the iconic composer of a few of the great Stephen King adaptations that we love, The Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile. To be able to bring Tom into this universe and have him score these sequences with a full orchestra to bring the same spirit that we have of this very, very strange place of Castle Rock and who the people are who have stayed there. It's been a really amazing process to watch him work. I think one of the things that really interested us was this idea that there are people in this town who do have a kind of deeper relationship to some of the stuff that has happened.
Jackie Torrance.
All God's children.
I think she was described in her first appearance as Tracy Flick meets Ed Gein. That's Jane Levy. It happened that Jane has some kind of macabre interests and fixations herself and really connected to Jackie on the page.
She's somebody who's kind of a little bit obsessed with the past of Castle Rock.
You want the cover story or the real story?
She finds herself in this town, albeit after the sort of bloodiest events in the town's history seem to have passed. So there are a few timelines that are important to our story. There's some subtle but interesting ways of approaching those different timelines visually in the storytelling. Much of the storytelling in 1991 takes place in the winter. But we also wound up shooting all of the 1991 material on film, whereas the present story is all shot digitally.
Happy birthday, Henry.
Our DP, Richard Grukowski, felt that even if the audience isn't consciously aware of the distinctions in the way that those two worlds and time frames are presented, that it's something that you kind of feel at a certain unconscious level.